Hey, so here we go. Reminder of the verse we read yesterday, John 8:32, where Jesus says, 8:32, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And this again is, he's talking to those Jews who believed in him, and they said, we're Abraham's offspring. We've never been in bondage to anyone. All right, so let's take this back to the account of the woman who has been shamed and berated in front of crowds. And so in verse 9, John 8:9, it says, they listened to him, and they began going out, conscience-stricken, one by one, from the oldest down to the last one of them, till Jesus was left alone with the woman standing there before him in the center of the court. These men who came, so self-righteous, so right there they were in their attempt to uphold the law, right? I mean, they came to test Jesus, but whatever. They felt they were right. They were better than this woman. Jesus says, let him who is without sin cast the first stone. That is truth revealed. This is what Jesus came to do. To show us, and that we can see in and of our own selves, that we may have checked the boxes and we may kept the letter of the law. Oh, our hearts are far from him. And it says that one by one, conscience stricken. Now that's conviction. It's not condemnation. Condemnation is guilt and shame, and that's from Satan. That's what they did to this woman. But they are standing there ready to stone this woman, and Jesus brings truth and says, let him who is without sin cast the first stone. And they realize maybe they're not as right as they thought they were. Conscience stricken. The King James says, and when they heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, they went out one by one. Truth. The truth was, like Paul tells us in Romans, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And much like what Jesus had just, what we read first, he was trying to tell these Jews who believed on him that doesn't really matter that you say that you're Abraham's descendants. You're not acting like your father. You're not believing in God. You're believing in your earthly father, in your pedigree, and in who you are. But see, Abraham believed in who God was. And so the truth is that it doesn't matter who your earthly daddy is. It doesn't matter who you are and what you have done in your accomplishments and in your earnings and where you deserve. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. That is truth revealed. Okay? Truth revealed is that, dear Pharisees, dear scribes, dear religious leaders, let the one among you without sin cast the first stone. And they have revelation that they are not without sin. And then, verse 10, when Jesus raised himself up, he said to her, woman, where are your accusers? Has no man condemned you? And she answered, no one, Lord. And Jesus said, I do not condemn you either. And then what does he do? He says, go on your way, and from now on, sin no more. That's grace. Go now on your way and sin no more. You are free, and grace, truth has set you free. Grace will keep you free. You are now empowered to go and sin no more. And going back to our definition of grace from Thayer's, which says goodwill, loving kindness, favor, of the merciful kindness by which God, exerting his influence upon souls, turns them, keeps them, strengthens them, increases them in the Christian faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them, fuels them to the exercise of a life that looks like Jesus. And that's what Jesus did when he told this woman to go on your way and from now on, sin no more. Turn around and go the opposite direction. That is grace and truth. All right, we'll pick up here next time. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.